Welcome to Time Coins. Today we are going deep into the long, rich, and fascinating history of the 1970 United States one-decimal coin that may look small, almost insignificant, but its story stretches across American politics, war, economics, technology, and the world of professional coin collecting. The 1970 dime carries the legacy of President Franklin D. Roosevelt, the shift from silver to clad metals, and the rise of modern minting techniques. In today's video, you will learn everything: how it was made, why it matters, what makes it valuable, and why collectors still search for it after more than 50 years. The story of the 1970 dime begins long before its year of minting. In 1946, shortly after President Franklin D. Roosevelt passed away, the United States chose to honor him by placing his portrait on the dime. Roosevelt had guided America through the Great Depression and World War II, but something even more personal connected him to this coin: his lifelong fight against polio. His support of the March of Dimes. Charity made the dime a symbol of hope for millions of Americans. So, when the U.S. Mint introduced the Roosevelt Dime in 1946, it wasn't just a coin. It instantly became a tribute to a leader who changed the nation. By the time the year 1970 arrived, the Roosevelt dime had been circulating for nearly 25 years. The United States, however, had changed dramatically. The economy was under pressure, the Vietnam War was involved, and the price of silver had risen sharply. Just a few years earlier, in 1965, the U.S. Mint made a huge decision to stop using silver in circulating dimes. This decision changed the future of American coins forever. The 1970 dime is part of that new era. It is made from a copper core with outer layers of nickel and copper. Many people still assume old American dimes are silver, but anything after 1964 contains no silver. The 1970 dime represents the new modern economy the United States was entering. In 1970, these dimes were produced at two major mint locations. The Philadelphia Mint struck the dimes meant for everyday use, and these coins carry no mint mark. They were produced in very large quantities and released into circulation, passing through the hands of workers, shopkeepers, soldiers, travelers, students, and ordinary families. Over the decades, most of these dimes have become worn, scratched, or lost. Finding a 1970 dime in truly mint condition today is much harder than it seems. The San Francisco Mint produced a very different version, the 197OS proof dime. These coins were not made for circulation. They were created especially for collectors. Their production process was far more advanced. The dies were polished until they shined like mirrors, and each coin was struck multiple times to produce razor-sharp details. The result was a beautiful mirror-like finish on the background and frosted sharpness on Roosevelt's portrait. Every proof coin was carefully inspected and sealed into a special case before being sent out in annual proof sets. Because of this careful production, 1970s proof dimes often survive today in excellent condition, and that is why collectors pay much higher prices for them. One fascinating part of the 1970 dime story is the world of minting errors. Even though the U.S. Mint uses extremely precise machinery, mistakes can still happen. In fact, these mistakes are the reason some 1970 dimes are extremely valuable. Some dimes from that year are known to have off-center strikes, where the design is shifted and part of the coin is blank. Other coins show double die features, where the letters or numbers on the coin appear doubled because the die moves slightly during preparation. Some coins even have clipped planchettes, a curved piece missing from the coin's edge. There are also weak strikes, die cracks, and other unusual minting defects. Error coins like these can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on the type of error and the coin's condition. The 1970 dime also holds historical importance because it belongs to the early years of the United States transition from pure silver coins to modern clad metals. This was not just a small change, it was one of the biggest decisions in U.S. coin production history. From 1970 onward, millions of coins were made with copper-nickel compositions, and it was a time of modernization inside the mint itself. New machinery, improved presses, and more advanced polishing techniques allowed the mint to create smoother edges, sharper designs, and stronger circulation coins. The 1970 dime represents an era where America embraced new technologies and moved into a more industrialized future. Many collectors also love the 1970 dime because of the era it comes from. The late 1960s and early 1970s were times of major cultural shift, space exploration, new inventions, political change, and a rapidly evolving society. The dime from this period is more than just a coin. It's a small piece of history that traveled through everyday American life during turbulent but exciting times. In today's coin market, the value of a 1970 dime depends entirely on its condition and type. A worn Philadelphia dime from circulation still carries sentimental historical value, but its financial worth is small. However, a Philadelphia dime in mint state, bright, clean, and almost untouched, can sell for more, especially in grades like MS65 or MS67, but the real stars are the 1970s proof dimes. When these coins are graded PR69 or PR70, meaning nearly perfect or absolutely perfect, their value increases dramatically. Proof coins with deep cameo contrast frosted details and mirror backgrounds are the most desirable. Some collectors pay hundreds of dollars for perfect condition proof dimes. Era coins, of course, are in a category of their own. A dramatic off-center strike, an obvious double die, or a clipped planchette can turn a small 10-cent coin into a valuable treasure. For dedicated collectors, finding a rare error from 1970 is like discovering hidden gold in a roll of coins. There are also enjoyable facts that collectors appreciate about the dime. It is the smallest circulating coin in U.S. currency, making it harder to strike perfectly. The edge of the dime features 180 tiny reeds, giving it the classic groove texture. And even though it has been around since 1946, the Roosevelt Dime design has barely changed, making it one of the longest-running designs in American coin history. The 1970 dime also comes from a time when coin collecting was exploding in popularity in the United States. Families purchased proof sets, saved special coins, and searched through rolls hoping to find treasures. This enthusiasm helped preserve many 1970s proof dimes in their original condition, which is why they are still prized today. Thank you for watching this complete, extended, and deeply detailed history of the 1971 dime. If you enjoy exploring rare coins, learning hidden stories, and discovering the value inside old currency, make sure you like this video, subscribe to Time Coins, and share this content with other collectors. At Time Coins, we bring you history, value, and hidden treasures one coin at a time. See you in the next video.